Today we've been spending some time with our senior academy group doing some cooking workshops, and we find this is a really key skill for them to learn and understand how they can make simple recipes work for them at home to hit the nutrition targets that we're trying to guide them towards during their training and their recovery periods. It's really important that we get time to do this with them because it's a key skill. It's often a stumbling block where we can educate them on the theory of nutrition around sport and how we'd like them to eat. It's key to adapt all the training that they're doing, so part of our education program will be to try and make them understand exactly how they can eat to optimise the adaptation to each session they've done. So whether that's work in the gym or it's work on the field, what they eat before and after those sessions can fuel training so they can get the most out of each session, but they can also trigger the adaptation processes, getting bigger and stronger or adapting to the conditioning work they're doing. That can really be maximised with what they contain in those meals around training. The keys for physical health really are that these guys are training multiple times a day, so we want to make sure that they're recovering but they're also healthy at the same time. So a healthy athlete can turn up and train at their best every day. So by eating a range of especially fruit and vegetables, which is something we focused on today with the athletes, was trying to incorporate more portions of vegetables into their regular meals, will improve their health, especially around their gut health as well, with extra fibre from fruit and veg, which again can have a knock-on effect to their mood and their overall physical health as well. Yes, there are a lot of misconceptions around supplement use and the need for them, and obviously we want to promote that food first mentality with all the athletes we work with because they can get what they need from food in nearly all cases. We are food first but not food only. There are certain circumstances which might mean that a dietary supplement is needed or fits into a program. However, it's really important to understand that the first thought should be to get it from whole food and to get it from a meal. One of the common misconceptions is around timing of protein intake after training. So, the mythical anabolic window or the magic window of opportunity where you've got to guzzle your protein shake within 30 seconds of finishing your last rep. It's not true. We know that the science tells us that by getting a regular portion of protein throughout the day, making sure that before and after the sessions we do get that portion of protein, but it doesn't have to be in a liquid form or immediately afterwards. So again, getting that from a whole food source of quality protein from meat, fish, eggs, dairy products, one of those sources at a meal soon after they finish training will still maximise that adaptation to the session. So there's no need for it having to be in a protein shake form. I think the key to this is them understanding what the purpose of any dietary supplement is. So there's a very simple framework, which is one of the SCNR frameworks, which so Sports and Exercise Nutrition Register have a lovely framework which really points towards this, which is, can we first of all get that particular nutrient from food? And if the answer is yes, then that's the route that we should be going. The second point to that is, can we get enough of that nutrient from food? And that's sometimes where things fall down. So vitamin D is a great example of this. We can get it from food, but we can't get it in a sufficient quantity. So that's where a dietary supplement might be a route that might be optimal for an athlete to go down. But if it's something as simple as a macronutrient sort of protein, if it's things like caffeine, things like pre-workout supplements, that's where the misconceptions come to the necessity to have those around training. And I think there are much safer routes to take, and actually a lot of those dietary supplements aren't really necessary if we're not getting our food intake right in the first place and the actual basis of our diet. If we can get that right, we're going to see a lot of progression in our training, and we're actually going to see a lot of the results we want to anyway, without thinking that these kind of shortcuts around these magic supplements are needed. So that's probably where the misconception lies greatly.